Give me a few minutes, guys. I'm situating something. I've been trying to light this candle. I've been having trouble. I need to light it. The stream will be starting momentarily. Just give you a little bit. The reason I'm having trouble with this candle is because I literally do not have a lighter. So, you know, it's kind of difficult. I don't have a lighter. See, that's the question that I initially asked. How do I light a candle without a lighter? And I lit the candle. I got the candle lit, by the way. Just to let y'all know. Trying to figure out what's going on with my audio and my stuff. I think I got it in the wrong headphone jack. Hold on. I'm trying to fix the audio and it's not working. Hold on, just give me a minute. I got the audio working. I'm tripping. Okay, I'm just making sure everything is working, and after I get that done, I'll be right back and we'll be getting started. All right. Thank y'all. Sorry for the wait. I'm sorry it's taking long. I apologize. I am currently handling some things right now. Yeah, got a lot going on in the house, but apparently there's a party that's gonna be thrown at my house tomorrow, so we're getting prepared for that. You know, it was kind of a bad time to start the stream, knowing that I won't be able to like have a sit down moment really like that and try to stream. It's a little bit sticky, but we'll work through it. Yes, I think my auntie, I don't know. Somebody is throwing a party at my house, and we're just getting the house ready for something like that, you know, getting the house situated. You know, we're not getting any of the supplies, but we're gonna have to make the space and all of that. That's what we're doing right now. Yeah, I know. I'll if I can't stream, I'll come back and let y'all know. Like, hey, I'll probably start the stream later tonight. But I don't know. I'll have to see. Just give me a few more minutes. In the meantime, I'm not gonna have y'all looking at this boring old screen. I'm gonna turn on cat videos for you. I'm not gonna bore you guys. Okay. Let's go right back and turn on some cat videos for you guys. Actually, no, husky videos. Yeah, husky videos. There you go. Nah, husky videos. That's what you guys are gonna watch. There you guys go.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Oh no!
Do I have a husky or a cat?
Forest Service land. The ranch is an outdoor recreation.
It's worth it. Nav, get up!
Welcome to Sweetgrass Ranch. Sweetgrass Ranch, on the edge of the Black Hills in northeastern Wyoming, holds a coveted designation as an end-of-the-road ranch. It includes 5,058 deeded acres with
Sit. No, get up. Sit. 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 Now lay down. Good girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I grew a Siberian Husky. I thought I was growing blueberries.
I did. John, do you know that your house test?
You're gonna have to talk to him.
Serious.
Moira, one man revealed this.
Wait, she just Hazel just called us gifts.
done?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that's not a bad name.
Archer and Leia want to go in that store, which I want to too. I want to buy you treats, but I want to throw this poop bag out first. And there's the trash bin. I'm so close. Huskies, I just want to throw this away. Huskies, just let me throw the poop bag away. Leia, just let me throw this away. I'm so close. I'm so close, Huskies. Just let me throw this out. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it on the ground and hope nobody gets annoyed with me or mad at me. Yes, I know. Okay, we'll come back out and then we'll throw it out. Okay. Monsters. Let's get you some treats.
Auro.
Prowler, you need to get up here. Yes. You got to get brushed out. You're going to get your picture taken this weekend. Prowler, hey, come here right now. Prowler, come on, get up here right now, right here. No, get up here. You got to get a brushing. Come on, get up here. Mama's going to blow you out. Not up there. You need to get up over here. Prowler, come. Prowler. Prowler, get up here. Prowler, come here. Right now, come here. Get up here, come here. Come on. Yes, you need to. Right here. Don't, no, come here. Come here. Get up here, Prowler. Prowler, don't you walk away from me, buddy. Prowler, come. Get up here. Prowler, come here. Come here. Prowler, come here. Come here.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Venga. Venga. Have you ever seen a husky ex-corgi?
All of a sudden, Nav wants a brown husky.
More.
Never even liked huskies before. I'm not allowed. I can't really have a dog as of right now because my allergies are so bad. It's like if I wanted a dog, I'd have to deal with extreme allergies, getting sick all the time, which is fine. Want a brown husky. You did say you didn't like huskies. You never said you did. So therefore, you don't. Okay? I never said I liked brown cats. Therefore, I don't.
Happy to see each other.
I like it. I said I would have liked it. You don't like huskies. You like those boring old weird dogs
Show her where you go. Show her.
that
Careful, though.
rub on you for no reason.
Careful.
You like those kind of dogs.
Why are you yelling at me? Is it in your cage?
You get off the yes button? Are you done throwing tantrums?
I just got wax all on my
You're not
finger.
done?
Oh, it burns.
Stop yelling. Why are you throwing a tantrum? Your butt is stinky, buddy. Your turn? Toner? You're dramatic. You are.
Peeling grapefruit. Tell me your dog is dramatic without telling me your dog is dramatic.
Yeah, what with the dog? Oh my god. Oh my god.
What is wrong? You're a drama queen.
Thank your girl is dramatic? Look at this guy.
What's wrong? Cosmo. What's wrong?
Hey, we gotta go to Kennel. 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 Let's go. Hey, Kennel. Kennel. Are you raising your voice at me? Kennel. Kennel. Kennel.
How dramatic huskies are reminds me of my girlfriend a bit. We're gonna play the game in a little bit. Gonna be a little bit before we play it. Watch this video. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing.
Are you okay? What do you need? You need something? You need something? I get you.
Get him. Are you crying? He's like, you're an asshole. Aww. But you. I know. Okay.
Come here, buddy.
Oh.
Hey, man.
What's the matter? Oh my goodness. He did that to you? Really? Really? He bit you on the face this morning?
I might have to get two
Aw.
huskies. That might be funny.
Poor thing.
Oh man, that'd be
Poor
nice.
boy.
If I name my husky,
Oh,
I don't know. Should I let y'all name him,
I
or
know, it's so
should
hard.
I should put up a vote?
So
Like, if I were to get a husky, what would his name be? And like,
Does anyone
yeah,
else's
yeah,
dog scream while
that'd be
conquering their
nice.
fears?
Do that on stream, that'd be cool.
Water is scary. Yay!
You don't like the puppies? You don't like the puppies? No?
This is Maya. She's a 4-year-old Siberian Husky. She's blowing her coat and is going to lose quite a bit of fur. Maya had a rough start in life and has some behavioral issues that we are working through. She does not like the water, and every time she gets bathed, she makes a pretty big mess. Her least favorite part of the grooming process is being dried with the high velocity dryer. In an attempt to calm her down, I use a happy hoodie and a muzzle. It takes a minute, but eventually she does settle down a bit. After she's completely dry, I use my slicker brush to brush her out. Next, I use my undercoat rake to go over her entire body. I follow up using a metal tooth comb. I Dremel her nails, which isn't something I've always been able to do. She gets a spritz of papaya cologne. To hear Maya's story, check out her full-length video on my YouTube channel. The link is in my bio.
My husky being dramatic after I told him he can't go upstairs anymore cause he keeps eating the cat's buried nuggies.
It's time to get up, Pinky. It's time to get up, buddy. Come on. The day is waiting. The day is waiting, Pinky. Come on. Don't you want to go play out with your friends? Don't you want to go get the ball?
Oh no, the video's over. Turn it off! No, we can't watch that. That's a movie. We'll get copyrighted and die. What can we look at now? What are your suggestions? I want to see the skin theory thing. That's an hour long. If we watch that, then after that we'll play some Nice Old Ultimate Custom Night. So, do y'all want to watch the skin theory thing by Doug Woolever? We watched that, and then we get to some Ultimate Custom Night. I'll sit here and watch it with you. Would y'all want to do that? It looks interesting. Hello. 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 We watch the skin theory, see what's up with this skin theory. Melody.
All right, let's do this. You are about to see 3 short clips from the popular cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants. As you watch, try to find the one theme that they all have in common.
They talk about butts and SpongeBob. That's always common. That was the easiest question I've ever been asked.
Some people are even late on Sunday. Hi, Mailface.
All right, SpongeBob, you win. Stay inside forever. Yours is truly the Iron Will. Now, Pat! A gorilla! Save me, SpongeBob!
Oh gosh. It's a monkey! Oh my god!
Really, this is your saddest attempt yet. Even Chip knows that's Patrick in the same costume he wore for Halloween last year.
No, really! You gotta come save me!
Hey, Sandy.
Whoa! Why was he twerking, bro?
But you're supposed to be in the gorilla suit.
I am in the gorilla suit. I thought I was doing a pretty good job.
If you're Patrick, then who's that?
Patrick did have a bit of a dumpy. He did have a dumpy.
So, anything stand out? Let's take a closer look.
I thought I was doing a pretty good job.
If you're Patrick, then who's that? A real gorilla?
It might strike you as a little weird that not one and not two, but all three of these clips have specific references to fish who are wearing costumes or some kind of skin. But this must be a coincidence, right?
Wrong!
And these aren't even a fraction of the clips that you are about to see. Welcome to Skin Theory.
Hey, hold on.
Now,
I
before
just
we get
took your
rolling,
skin.
A quick overview. First, we'll
I
explain
just took
the
your
basics
skin.
of skin
What?
theory and define it. Next, an in-depth analysis of one very important moment from the show. After that, you'll see every single example of skin theory currently known to exist. Then, the various interpretations of skin theory will be discussed, and we'll try to answer some of the biggest questions concerning what it all means. And finally, we'll look at the creative minds behind SpongeBob who could have had a hand in creating skin theory, as well as one man in particular who might be responsible for it all, followed by some closing thoughts. Now, let's begin. Skin theory can be summarized with one basic definition and 4 supporting principles. The basic definition is all of this. You can read the official definition here, but basically what this is all—
The metatextual analysis of SpongeBob SquarePants, which recognizes and explores the significance of glaring thematic references to sea creatures who knowingly wear, remove, and exchange various forms of costumes, disguises, and skins in Bikini Bottom, which is a skin theory. Okay.
all getting at is just one simple idea, and the idea is this. But the key here is that these moments are incredibly common, way more common, in fact, than any other children's cartoon show. And that brings us to the first principle. Skin theory is based on the analogical nature of human society compared to what can be observed in Bikini Bottom. Or in other words, the inconsistency of basic societal norms in Bikini Bottom are deeply disturbing.
The secret formula is
As
my
for the second,
toenails.
skin theory is not hidden from the character in SpongeBob, it is hidden from the viewer. So essentially, all the sea creatures in Bikini Bottom are aware of this skin wearing, and they recognize it as normal, acceptable behavior. On to the next principle. Skin theory is propagated by extra-textual forces, meaning skin theory isn't just a weird quirk that formed naturally or accidentally, but rather it was intentionally injected into the show by the writers, producers, and showrunners who worked on it. Also, notice that the references to skin theory are densely concentrated within seasons 1 through 4, but they rarely appear in seasons after that, and there is an explanation for why, which we'll get to later. Anyway, the fourth principle. Skin theory is a multifaceted work in progress. So there isn't just one official interpretation, but rather there are multiple sub-theories out there. This includes the ritual aspect, the mass psychosis element, and the costume hypothesis.
they lace a little bit of pretty much any fast food you eat with drugs. You know, it's just some drugs tickle different kinds of fancies. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's noted. But the secret formula in a SpongeBob is my toenails.
And yes, those do sound completely insane. But later on in the video, we're going to go into detail regarding all three. Okay, what's next? So at this point in the video, you might be thinking, this idea is ridiculous. It's insane. I would need to see many, many solid examples before I even think about believing it. And that's good. Skepticism is good. But you're about to see those examples. After all, the 3 clips you saw at the beginning are only the tip of the iceberg.
On a couple of Class A suckaroonies.
If you want arms like these.
All right.
Dang, she a muscle mommy.
Before we
What?
can truly appreciate what's going on here, we need to firmly grasp the first principle. Here it is again. Now, this analogy isn't really something we think about when we watch the show, but it's always there, and it's very important. There are a whole bunch of examples that can illustrate this point, but one in particular stands out.
I'm
as
behind the
especially
scenes.
striking.
That's all. This is my last time pausing it, I promise you. But I'm behind the scenes giving my toes out. That's what I'm doing.
Specific and deeply disturbing. Everybody remembers Dying for Pie. It's an all-time classic episode from season 2. Personally, I think this is one of the best SpongeBob episodes ever written. Right up, they might have struck you as a little strange when you first watched it.
Wait,
but in
so
reality, it should
wait a
strike
minute.
you
He's
as
wearing a
downright
salmon suit. Aren't they
horrifying.
fish?
And here's why. SpongeBob SquarePants is a show about fish and undersea creatures. No surprise there. But these aren't real fish. They're interpretations of fish. And in these particular interpretations, they're meant to serve as parallels to human beings. After all, if it was accurate to how sea creatures actually looked and behaved, the show would look something like this. Riveting. So anyway, in order for the show to work, Bikini Bottom needs to be a nearly perfect parallel of human society. For instance, we see things like boatmobiles, shell phones, and Krabby Patties, and our mind immediately jumps to the real-world parallel that these objects are clearly referring to. In this case, it's a car, a cell phone, and a hamburger. But the same premise applies to broader concepts about society as well. For instance, just like how our society runs on a currency system, where people exchange cash and work jobs to earn money, the same is true in Bikini Bottom. And just like how our society employs a criminal justice system, the same is true in Bikini Bottom. And lastly, our society uses relatable humor as a form of leisure, and so does Bikini Bottom. For example, if someone does something funny in Bikini Bottom, that same action should be equally funny if it were to occur in human society. And from this, it also follows that unacceptable behavior in Bikini Bottom would be considered unacceptable behavior in human society. So far, this should all just be common sense. And this is where things get disturbing. Salmon is a type of fish. Now, to us,
oh my gosh, it's so disturbing. Salmon is fish. Like, we didn't know that. Oh, man.
fish are just fish. You know, simple animals who are caught and eaten every day. No big deal. But to the citizens of Bikini Bottom, fish are people. Fish are their friends, their neighbors, their family. Fish are literally everywhere they look.
So when you think about it, Squidward was wearing a skinned human on a technicality.
So when Squidward puts on this horrifying suit of a salmon, the kids aren't just seeing a funny pink costume, they're seeing a complete stranger walk up to them wearing the naked skin of someone they probably know. I mean, this kid even looks like a salmon. What if he is a salmon? What if his whole family is a bunch of salmon? Think about how disturbing that would be for him. This costume is not okay. It's beyond messed up to think that Squidward would actually do this. Let me put this another way. What would you do if you and your friends were walking in a park one day, just minding your own business, when suddenly a stranger comes up out of nowhere and, oh, what do you know? He's literally wearing the loose, severed skin of a naked human being. Are you kidding me? And what if he tried to talk to you? I mean, that's probably why they're throwing rocks. Squidward looks like he just murdered somebody. Seriously, this is like Silence of the Lambs, but worse. This is supposed to be a kid's show.
It is a kid's
but wait,
show.
That's not even as bad as it gets. Because this isn't actually what a salmon looks like. And I'm not talking about the animation style. I'm talking about the color. Now, I know most of you have probably eaten salmon before, and yes, it's always been this kind of off-pink color, but really think about that for a second. That's how it looks on your plate after it's been cleaned, filleted, and cooked. So on the inside, yes, salmon meat is pink. But what about the outside? What do real salmon look like? Salmon who are actually alive. Gray. They look gray. In reality, you need to cut the skin off before any pink parts even begin to show.
Yeah, so I was right. All right, this is for real the last time pausing it because we're only 11 minutes in. But, so I was right. That's a skinned salmon. He cut the skin off.
Squidward's salmon suit isn't only the naked, hideously deformed representation of a sentient member of Bikini Bottom society, it's also supposed to be a salmon that has had all of its outer skin sliced off. Holy shit. Hopefully now you're beginning to see how some of the most harmless moments from SpongeBob SquarePants can completely collapse in the blink of an eye. So the salmon suit is a great moment to analyze, but it's only one instance, and one instance isn't enough to support an entire theory. That's why I've compiled dozens of unique moments, all pulled from a variety of episodes, which you are about to see. But before that, just keep a few things in mind. First, all the clips you're about to see have been taken from seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. And as you might know, SpongeBob SquarePants is currently on its 12th season. This will be explored later. Secondly, you're about to see a ton of clips, but it's very possible that even more exist out there which have yet to be discovered. Third, the criteria for what makes something an
This is
instance
ruining your
of skin theory
childhood.
is
We all knew that SpongeBob had something weird going on. We remember how Nickelodeon was talking about how Dan Schneider is obsessed with feet and he has this fetish and he was touching on these kids while they showed him his feet and all that. We all knew that, man. Like, this ain't ruining no childhood. It's a theory. Because when you really think about it, if they were wearing skin, why won't nobody say nothing about it? See, like, come on.
Intentionally open-ended. Each one is going to be different from the last. And lastly, as you watch, try not to think of these as individual moments that exist on their own, but rather as connected pieces that all appear in the context of one another, becoming more significant when considered as a whole. Okay, here we go.
I can't go anywhere ever again. Stupid,
Wow, it sure is dark in here. Look, Mr. Krabs, I'm you.
SpongeBob, you're a genius.
Well, I'm glad you got my point.
So right off the bat, we got SpongeBob climbing into Mr. Krabs' body. And this scene might be humorous when viewed on its own, but when you watch the episode again with skin theory in mind, it kind of changes. This reference is about as cut and dry as it gets. I mean, he literally wears Mr. Krabs. But believe it or not, this isn't the only time that Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob have switched bodies.
Mr. Krabs, some guy in a suit wants to come in before we open.
What? Guy in a suit? No! It's a tax collector! Hey there, SpongeBob! Now we'll walk nonchalantly to the
What
exit.
the heck?
He's got a card. R.A. Penny Pincher Vending Supplies.
What? My machine has arrived? Oh, let him in, let him in, let him in!
They also do it in the episode Skill Crane, although this time the roles are reversed. Next, we have a moment that comes from one of SpongeBob's all-time classics, No Weenies Allowed.
I had a bowl of nails for breakfast this morning.
Yes, so?
Without any milk.
Right this way. Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Got any more tattoos?
The deeper we go here, the more examples you're going to see where one character has parts of their skin ripped off and then reapplied as if nothing happened. Granted, if there were only a handful of these weird moments throughout the show, they probably wouldn't be worth mentioning. But as you'll see, there are just way too many of them to ignore. For example,
Oh, Squidward, could you hold me? I think I'm gonna be sick.
SpongeBob! Newsflash, SpongeBob. I got fired too. This is exactly why we need to go on strike. He can't treat us like this anymore.
and another one.
Feeling better?
No.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
And another one.
Hi, I am very ugly, but you should enjoy the movie anyway.
So how much of that woman's face do you actually think was real? Hopefully none of it, because if it was real, then apparently we just saw SpongeBob give a complete stranger third-degree burns. Now that's brutal.
Boy, that does not look like no 49, 86, 4th, 49th, 1st degree burns. She's roast burnt, not no degree, bro. That's pitch black burnt, bro. That's over well done. That's not even well done. That's congratulations, bro.
Victory is mine. I win. I win. I win.
He got away, sir.
No! He's finally stolen me secret recipe.
Perhaps not, Monsieur Krabs, for it's SpongeBob SquarePants!
So SpongeBob rips off all his skin to reveal another identical-looking SpongeBob underneath. So this immediately raises two questions. First, why? And second, how can we know that this second version of SpongeBob isn't actually just another layer of skin? What if he's wearing 3 of those costumes? What if he's wearing 4? What if every single time we ever see SpongeBob, he's actually just wearing this costume, and in reality, he doesn't even look like this at all? I mean, there could be anything underneath there.
What the barnacle is going on? Get away from me! Get away! What are you talking about, Puff? You can't fool me! You're SpongeBob and that guy who likes the chili.
Continuing with the theme of tearing someone's
He
skin
just
off,
ripped
this scene is
off.
actually pretty shocking. If you're not
He just
familiar with
ripped
the
off
episode,
their
you might
faces.
be wondering what could have possibly caused the peaceful Mrs. Puff to act in such a violent way.
Just rip
well,
their
if we just
mouths off.
rewind the clip a few seconds, you'll see exactly why.
What the heck?
What's all the hubbub, Puff? They're back!
Mrs. Puff, it's
Oh
us.
my god.
Right, that's why. Because SpongeBob and Patrick literally walked right past her moments ago wearing full-body skin costumes of prison guards.
Well, they could be
Also, how did
fake
SpongeBob and
masks
Patrick change their
because you
voices
could
so
put
well?
on a mask
What's all the
that
hubbub,
looks
Puff?
like a human's mask, but it's not.
Well, well, if it isn't our old friend Bluestone the Great.
Seriously, this moment is so abrupt and absurd, it leaves me dumbfounded. I mean, I love it, I think it's hilarious, but it leaves me dumbfounded. Let's consider the language he uses here.
Everyone at the Head Enhancement Clinic said nobody would notice.
The Head Enhancement Clinic. Really? The Head Enhancement Clinic? Wouldn't it have been easier for him to have just said the costume store or the mask shop? No, for some reason the writers decided that he would specifically reference something called the Head Enhancement Clinic, which is apparently a real place that exists
Never heard
somewhere
of it.
in Bikini
I've
Bottom.
never heard of
That's
it.
insane. So you're telling me that body modification at a surgical level
Head
is so
Enhancement
common for
Clinic.
undersea
I've
creatures
never
in
heard of
SpongeBob
it,
SquarePants
if I'm being
that they
honest.
actually have a fully dedicated, standalone medical clinic for handling it? Really? But even then, it's not a full body modification clinic. It's specifically a head enhancement clinic. So they only deal with heads?
Pause,
What about all
pause,
the
pause,
other body
pause.
parts? Doesn't this imply that there must be other clinics out there too, which cater to things like hands, feet, torsos, etc.? It does, and there's proof for that too.
Body
Just look at this guy
enhancement
again.
clinic.
He has to have visited at least a few of those other clinics too, because the color of his arms is totally different from the color of his actual skin. They aren't even close. So not only
Why
is
would
the
it be the
head
head?
fake,
Why-
but so
wait.
is his entire body.
What?
How many surgeries do you think this guy has had? And how many clinics do you think Bikini Bottom has?
Well, I like it. Let's do it again.
Okay.
F is for frowning.
Dang.
U
Dang.
is for ukulele.
Dang.
My nose picking, cherry gum, and silently
Dang.
with my best buddy.
Wait, did you catch that? Look at this nose.
I caught that.
shot.
That shit was
Do
catchy
they
as fuck.
seriously sell severed human noses?
It says on
I mean,
the
these things aren't
store,
even fish noses. They clearly belong on a human being. So why does this shop exist? And notice how the show only stays on this image for a fraction of a second. That's incredibly quick. Maybe they're flashing it by you so fast because if they linger on it and the audience really gets to think about what they're seeing,
They not
people will
thinking
start
about
asking
it. It's the pace of the song. Like it's the pace. That's the pace of the song. It's gonna speed up after they say the "you" part, and then they say, "And I'm here with my best buddy." Like, did he never watch the show? Did he just look at it and say, "This is cannibalism"? Like, God,
Bob?
Speaking of shops that sell body parts, SpongeBob was able to find a fake tongue that not only looks and feels real, but is apparently functional enough to allow him to speak perfectly while it's in his mouth. Nice.
He's got a novelty tongue, so he could give throat and it can be fake the whole time. Crazy, bro.
You've accomplished since high school, Squiddy. Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
Wait, this is what Squilliam looks like in his underwear?
Whoa, bro, what
He has
the
a
heck?
muscled human torso with fingers?
What the hell?
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. At night, I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep. Oh, no! No!
Damn. Damn.
Ow.
Damn.
Quick, Patrick, let's help him. Careful. Put him down gently.
Dang.
Poor man.
He ain't
If there's
dead.
anything we can do to
Not
help you.
dead.
There is one thing.
How's
As
he
you can well
alive?
imagine, my medical bills are extremely high.
Oh,
but luckily
God.
I'm able to keep myself alive by selling chocolate bars.
Keep him alive. So if he didn't sell those chocolate bars, they would have pulled the plug.
Good to
What?
con a couple of Class A suckaroonies like those two.
So here's my first question. If he's going to cover up his whole body for this bandage disguise, why doesn't he just use actual bandages and just wrap that around his body? That would look way more convincing, and it would probably be a hell of a lot cheaper and easier to find. But no, for some reason this guy just happens to own a full body suit that includes, among other things, functioning eyeballs.
Or they could have
there
a
are lot of
hole to where
absurd
your
moments in
eyeballs
SpongeBob
can
SquarePants
fit through
where
it.
The show seems to really
I
take
mean,
a serious dive off
it's
the
not-
deep end. And
it's
usually
not-
those moments are hilarious. But
everything
fan
is
will
not
agree that one
highlighted
of the
in
most
detail.
absurd moments of all time has to be the final 2 minutes from I Had an Accident in Season 3. Towards the end of the episode, Sandy and Patrick hatch a ridiculous plan.
Don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?
He had an accident. They had an accident, so they had SpongeBob. No? No? Alright, I'm gonna just stop talking. I'm gonna just let the video play.
SpongeBob out of his house by getting Patrick to pose as a violent gorilla.
No, really! You gotta come save me!
Hey, Sandy. Who's your friend?
But you're supposed to be in the gorilla suit.
I am in the gorilla suit. I thought I was doing a pretty good job.
If you're Patrick, then who's that? Ah, a real gorilla! Huh?
Man, there are a lot more zipper suits in this show than I remember. Where's everybody buying them? And how did the gorilla get one that looks exactly like Patrick? I mean, I can understand Patrick's gorilla suit because, hey, even people in human society want to dress up like a gorilla sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that. But Patrick? A full body costume of Patrick Star? Why does this suit exist? Is there a store somewhere that sells exact replica skins of every single citizen of Bikini Bottom that anybody can rent out anytime they like? Honestly, that would explain a lot. Oh god, and don't even get me started on the real gorilla. I can't even imagine how they came up with this idea in the writer's room. They convinced a real person to put on a full-body gorilla suit and then shoot him in live action with voiceover dub. You have to be insane to even think of this stuff. And the immediate logical question that comes up is actually exactly what SpongeBob says next.
You know what I don't understand, though? What? What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Oh, well, it's funny you should... I mean, see, George, they're onto us!
Let's get out of here.
What the heck? Dude. Oh my god.
Side note, the voice for the gorilla in this episode is actually renowned voice actor Frank Welker.
George,
If that
you're
name doesn't
onto
sound
us.
familiar, don't worry, you definitely know him. In fact, you've already heard his voice in this exact video.
Hey, listen to this, gang. Teenage sleuths solve boat hijacking mystery.
That's right, Fred.
I'd say check on him if it weren't for the fact that we were warned to stay in our rooms.
Frank Welker has been the voice of Fred Jones in nearly every single animated version of Scooby-Doo since 1969. So the guy who is constantly pulling weird masks off of costumed monsters is actually the voice of the costumed monster. This might be the single greatest stroke of irony that has ever been written. Would it be too crazy to think that this might be the writer's way of hinting at skin theory? Perhaps. Anyway, forget the gorilla. What is a horse doing underwater? You know what would be crazy? What if the voice actor for George the Horse was also somehow related to skin theory? Now that would be cool. But there's no way that the writers would have added two insanely deep ironic references, right?
Wrong!
Of course they did. Of course they did. George the Horse is voiced by none other than D. Bradley Baker, another renowned voice actor who is known for, among other things, portraying one particular role on American Dad.
Hey, I have an idea. You could put my brain back into a human body, and I could get a job and earn some money for the family.
Klaus, the talking fish. The talking fish. Are you kidding me? First it's Fred, and now it's Klaus in the same scene. How many levels of irony were these writers on when they made this episode? Seriously, this is the kind of thing you should point to when people say it's just a kid's show. There are no double meanings or deep messages. These meta references are real, and they were light years ahead of their time. These writers might very well have been clinically insane, but they were geniuses. And what happens when you combine genius writers with metatextual references and pure insanity? Skin theory.
Ah! Man Ray!
No need to be alarmed, SpongeBob. Your teachings have transformed me. Besides, I have checks with little poodles on them. I won't be needing this anymore. Farewell, fellow do-gooder.
Bye, Man Ray!
Man Ray takes off his head and walks away. Okay, I guess he could get a pass here because he's supposed to be some kind of mutated supervillain. Fine, whatever, sure. But Patrick isn't.
Not just an idiot, Patrick. You're also my pal. Patrick. Say something, Patrick.
Hi, SpongeBob.
Patrick, you're back!
In this episode, the entire upper section of his head is removed, at least twice, and then replaced with various non-biological pieces, no problem. Compared to other kids' shows, these kinds of moments are unusually frequent.
What can I get you boys?
What are you looking at? Those.
First of all, that's a fantastic pun. Quality stuff. Second, these moments are strange on their own, but something else to notice is how everyone else in the show is just totally unfazed when they see this stuff happening. Like, the two squids don't even react. They just had the features of their faces sucked cleanly off and then reattached to somebody different. Is this just a regular occurrence for them? Is this just something people do to each other down here? I mean, if everyone is wearing skins and everybody knows that everybody else is wearing skins, why not?
Well, it sounds like it's all your fault.
No, you're right. Mrs. Puff's in jail, and it's all because of me. I'm such a barnacle head. Poor Mrs. Puff. I know. I gotta get her out. But to get her out of jail, first we gotta get in jail.
How are we gonna do that?
I can't be the only one who thought those dots were a part of his body. But apparently not. Maybe they have Velcro on the back? And if you can do that to one of his dots, doesn't that mean he can do that to all?